Hello and welcome to BodhiKidz. Today, we are going to learn English through a very simple and practical topic, washing clothes. Listen carefully because you will learn many useful words and expressions that you can use in your daily life.
Hey Arjun, what are you doing this weekend?
Honestly, I'm super busy, but I have to do my laundry. My laundry basket is already full.
Oh, same here. But I actually enjoy washing clothes, especially when I do it by hand.
By hand? Really? I don't have that kind of time. I just throw everything into the washing machine.
Everything? Even delicate clothes?
Yeah, t shirts, jeans, towels, even my woolen thermals. I just press the start button and let the machine do the work.
That's probably why your clothes don't come out well sometimes. Wool and thermals are delicate. They need gentle care.
Exactly. Sometimes my wool sweaters get those little bubbles. You know, those tiny balls on the surface.
Yes, those are called lint or fabric pills. That happens when the fabric gets rough treatment.
Makes sense. So, how do you manage everything by hand?
I don't wash everything by hand. Only light clothes like cotton tops, shirts, and undergarments. I soak them in a bucket with detergent first.
Soak. For how long?
For about 15 to 20 minutes. Then I gently scrub the collars and sleeves, especially if they are dirty.
Oh, like using a brush?
Yes, sometimes a soft brush. Then I rinse them properly to remove all the soap.
That sounds like a lot of work.
It is, but it helps clothes last longer. For heavy items like blankets, quilts, or duvets, I use the washing machine.
Finally, something we agree on.
Yes, because those are too heavy to wash by hand. Even bed sheets, curtains, and towels go into the machine.
Do you separate clothes before washing?
Of course, I separate whites, dark colors, and delicate fabrics. Otherwise, colors can bleed.
Oh, that explains why my white shirt turned pink once.
Exactly, that's called color bleeding. You should also check the wash care labels on clothes.
Labels? I never read those.
You should. They tell you whether to use cold water, warm water, or if the item needs hand wash or dry cleaning.
Dry cleaning? Like for jackets and coats?
Yes, especially for expensive or delicate fabrics like wool coats, blazers, or silk clothes.
What about drying?
I usually air dry my clothes. I hang them on a clothesline. Sunlight is great, but too much sun can fade colors.
I just use the dryer mode in the machine. Quick and easy.
Convenient, but sometimes it shrinks clothes, especially cotton and wool.
That explains my tight sweater.
See, washing clothes is not just about cleaning, it's about taking care of fabric too.
Now let's understand something very interesting. When we talk about simple daily activities like washing clothes, we don't just speak randomly. Our mind actually follows a very natural pattern, even if we don't realize it. First, we usually begin by talking about what we like or prefer. For example, someone might say, I prefer washing clothes by hand, while another person might say, I like using a washing machine. This is how we start the conversation, by sharing our personal choice. Then, slowly, we move into explaining how we do it. We describe the process step by step. We might say, first, I soak the clothes. Then, I scrub and rinse them, and maybe even add, I separate clothes by color. So now, the listener can clearly imagine the whole process. After that, we often talk about our experiences or problems. Because real life is never perfect, right? So we say things like, my clothes shrink, or colors bleed, or wool gets those tiny fabric pills. This part makes the conversation more real and relatable. And finally, we naturally start giving advice or tips. We might say, "You should check the labels," or "Use a gentle detergent," or "Always separate whites and darks." This is where we help the other person learn something useful. So if you notice carefully, every simple conversation follows this flow: preference to process, to problems, to advice. And once you understand this pattern, speaking English about daily life becomes much easier and much more natural. So today, you learned many useful words like laundry, soak, scrub, rinse, detergent, fabric, lint, thermals, quilt, duvet, dry cleaning, air dry, lint, shrink, color bleed. Now it's your turn to practice. Tell us, how do you wash your clothes? Do you prefer washing by hand or using a machine? We would love to hear from you. See you in the next episode of BodhiKidz ESL podcast.